Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for June 17th, 18th, and 19th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is a general reading, so, I'm going to be using, and it's the weekend reading, so I'm going to be using my Radley Valentine cards. I'll use my Angel Tarot cards for the main message. My Archangel Power Tarot cards, I will pull one. I will pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now I may pull some from my Guardian Angel deck, my Radley Valentine Guardian Angel deck. I may or may not. I'm not sure. It'll be dependent upon where we're at with the reading. Oh, heck, I'll probably do it. Anyway, but I will also, because I kind of like doing it, and I feel like these have been calling me a little bit again, I will do this for the introduction, and this is my Weight Rider traditional tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, and whatever the message is just comes through. My job, just deliver it. Now, remember, reversed cards have a stronger energy. Court cards have an underlying energy for each of the court cards also. We will be entering into Cancer season, which is water energy, so that's emotional, it's fluid. So, and we also will have some other things going on. I will be working on the longer readings too, so just be aware of that. Now, let's go ahead and see if there's anything or what needs to be said or what needs to come out with our Weight Rider tarot cards. Flying. So here we go. One card. That's the one that just kind of flew out there. Let's go on to two more cards because I like the three. Here we are. Hold on a second. See what we have here. Okay. So this is kind of a general, just what is the energies like out there. They're not the specific, but let's see what this is all about for the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The one that flew. Okay, so we have an 8. 8 has unlimited opportunities. It's really something that really moves forward. We also have the Pentacles. Pentacles is earth energy. That is our Taurus, our Virgo. It is also our Capricorn energy. Very solid, something you can touch. And in this, there's a lot of payoff here. I'm feeling like there's a lot of payoff. Remember, we are still in Mercury retrograde. It is still in Gemini. I think it's in there until the 24th. And remember, the 24th is going to be the full moon in Capricorn, which is the earth sign. So I'm feeling like there's some energy. There's some payoff energy here. There are some things that, people, what you've invested into into your karma, if you've kept your vibrations high and you've been, been kind, doing the things you need to do. Remember, being kind does not mean that you can't have boundaries. Please know that. A lot of times, well, that wasn't kind of you, but that was my boundary. And that person stepped over. So please don't ever think that being kind means that you have to let people just walk all over you. You don't need to do that. Anyway, whoever needed that one. But I feel that this is kind of a payoff energy. A lot of the things that we've put into making things change from this weekend possibly to that full moon in Capricorn, which is that earth energy. So payoff. There's going to be a payoff type of energy starting. I think actually we're in it now, but more so with this Friday, Saturday. Your next card? The Ace of Swords. That is reversed. Now, swords is air energy. It is our Gemini. It is our Libra. It is our Aquarius. It's our thought process. It's making plans. It's going out, I'm kind of feeling like this is a new journey, new thoughts, new ways of thinking about how to have that payoff, how to make that money, how to, what do I need to do next? Now, swords, again, aces is one, new start, new beginning, but this is some new ideas. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of new ideas joining you. That's, again, I don't know if it's how to spend the money or if this is how to make the money, okay? Or I also kind of feel like this is opening your eyes to more and more possibilities and to more and more things that could again, I know possibilities, I'm being a little redundant there, but more and more things that could happen, okay? That there are things that could be, that, things that maybe we've limited ourselves in our thoughts. So I feel very strong expansion, like breaking through a lot of barriers, kind of thinking maybe we couldn't do something before, and now kind of thinking, hey, maybe some things are possible. Your last card here. Okay, so this is the Five of Cups. Cups is our Cancer, it is our Pisces, our Scorpio, that we're going to be going into that time. Now, this is kind of a mixed blessing, okay? Fluid emotional. This is a mixed blessing. This is kind of looking at what we possibly had and saying that's gone. It's kind of saying, what am I going to do? It's not necessarily in the in-between, but it's just kind of saying, I don't know necessarily what I want to leave behind. I kind of liked where I'm at. Not necessarily looking that there is a future ahead of us, that there is something waiting for us. So here, okay, fives, change energy. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that that was an 8 over there. 5 is change energy, positive, negative, it doesn't really matter. It's always a little bit on the stressful side. So whatever is changing here, it is letting go of something and not quite being aware of, or not quite ready to face what is possible. Because there is, even though this might be gone, even though this is left, and there's a little bit of mourning, there's a little bit of feeling, just some sadness with this. There is something going on with that. Again, it's not necessarily seeing the positive that's about to happen. Okay? Okay. So it'll be a very interesting weekend. I do feel very strongly that this 8, again, whether it be karma, I do feel there's a lot of karma, but I do feel that this has a lot of payoff energy, new ideas, kind of letting things, kind of looking at it and saying, oh, this is what I wanted, but not necessarily seeing that there's something so much better waiting for you. Okay? Okay. Anyway, let's get started with our readings. Hello, my Libras. How are you? I hope you are excellent. Now, let's see what is going on, what the energies are like for my Libras with the weekend. Oh, I feel a little radical energy coming from you, my Libras, which I actually like. I like that for you. You always crack me up because it's kind of like just when everybody thinks they know what you're going to be doing and what you're going to be doing, you surprise us all. And I love that. I do love that. Okay, let's see what we have for my Libras. First card is Page of Air. Okay, I think that's where I'm getting a little bit of the radical energy. Now, Page's underlying energy is Earth energy. So that's our Taurus, it's our Virgo, our Capricorn, it's work energy. Something to do with your money, how you make money, maybe your salary, something to do with your home. Air energy is your energy. It is your energy, Aquarius. It's also Gemini. It's thought processes, making some plans about it. Now you take this, so a lot of times this has some things to do about your money. So there could be some things about how you're going to make money or how you're going to spend money too. Because there could be both of these energies going on at the same time. Maybe you're looking at ways to bring in money because you've got some bills that you want to pay out on this money too. So there is something with this, but the page is very optimistic, and the page is like quicksilver. The page, to me, it's kind of like the mind is going 100 miles an hour. There's thoughts coming in. There's like, okay, this is, it's kind of like when you're watching TV and it's like one of those investigatory type of shows, and they've got the thing up and they're going, not that, not that, not that, that. So your mind is going to be extremely fast this weekend, I will feel, and it's kind of like there's options, and you're going to be like, not that, not that, not that, that one. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Putting them into your possibility lists, okay? And then again, looking at your possibilities and then kind of doing the same thing all over again. Not that, yes to that, no to that, not to that. And you can hear me. I'm starting to talk faster, and that's what I'm feeling like your mind is going to be doing. But The thing about that is that that means that there will be possibilities for you to look at, that there will be possibilities for you to make some decisions about. And again, it's kind of like Quicksilver. I'm kind of getting, now that, okay, Quicksilver could be Mercury. You know, Mercury has that same type of, that same type of energy. Very, if you've ever, you should never do this. But if you were born at a time when they had the glass thermometers, and if a glass thermometer broke and you were kind of like, oh, look at this, look at how this Mercury goes. Anyway, I digress. But that's kind of how I feel like your mind is. And since we are Mercury retrograde and it is still in Gemini, there's going to be things that possibly you thought of when you were a much, much younger age that you just thought were not possible for you. Okay? Choices, roads. Feel like these are things that you're kind of like, you know what? I think I'm going to try that. I think I'm going to try that. Maybe you're going to, start something that's going to be very creative, like people that are pulling out their oil paints again, or sketching, or trying to write a book, try to write a novel, try to write something, so, and again, it doesn't mean that you're going to be into the arts. It doesn't mean you won't, but there's going to be some creativity. And creativity can even be in a new business. Okay. Whoa, there was a lot with this card. Logical, honest, impulsive, curious. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. Next card. The Nine of Air. So nines have a wrap-up energy, okay? Air energy again. This is when you get too stuck in your thoughts. This is when you start saying, oh, that can't happen. That can't happen. I'd like to do this, but what if, what if, what if? A lot of this is, and I don't know if you've heard me say this, but I know others have heard me say this. This is where you get into the stinking thinking. This is when you have all of these possibilities floating through your mind, and that actually, gives you hope and brings your vibrations up, where the Nine of Air makes you think, well, it makes you start thinking, well, why that can't happen, why that can't happen, why that can't happen. Now, if you are my age and you wanted to be a doctor, no, I'm sorry, it probably will not happen, okay? Because there's, many, many years of med school to go through if they would even accept you. Okay, so I want to have a little realism here. But there's so many possibilities, and even if you do it for your own edification, isn't that enough? Doesn't that help to raise your own vibrations? Anyway, Nine of Air kind of is one of those energies that says, if you're putting out negative, you'll get back negative. So my thought, put out the positive. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. Okay, next card. The Seven of Water. Now, sevens have a divine umbrella. 7 is a divine number. Sevens is kind of like you do what you need to do and then kind of give it up to your higher power, your source, your divine, whoever that is to you. Water energy is our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. It's fluid, it's emotional. So something that's going on here, you do feel deeply about. Now, there could also be a disconnection coming. So maybe for you to do this, and so I'm not going to necessarily dismiss the Nine of Air. There may be an emotional disconnection that you have to make with others in order to go after some of the things that you've been wanting. And so sometimes you may, that can actually be very hard. And those are things to think about. Sometimes, it's kind of like somebody saying, I really want to move to warmer weather. And yet at the same time, if I move to warmer weather, I am leaving behind a complete support system. So those are choices. Those are things that, I'm going to say you do need to reach out to your higher power. But the thing is that I'm going to also say is, does this keep coming to you? Is this one of these things you keep putting off, but yet it keeps coming to you and keeps coming to you and keeps coming to you? So it's something that you really do need to think about. And if it does keep coming to you, I can assure you, and if you choose not to, it probably will come to you again. Okay, so a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Let's go on now. So there's a lot of stuff here. There's so many, your mind is just going so quickly with this, my Libras. And then again, possible, possible, not possible, possible, and then you look at your possibles. That 9 of air kind of tells you, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, and that 7 of water is kind of, oh, okay, so now we have 2 cards that fell through. So we have the Knight of Michael. Knight's underlying energy is Leo, Sagittarius. It's Aries, passionate, burning. It's fire energy. Michael is air energy. So again, it does feel that whatever you're making some decision about, it does feel that you're leaning more, something that you might have been putting off in the past, and it's just been coming stronger and stronger and stronger. This may be the weekend that you make the decision, you know what, I need to investigate a little bit more. I kind of, I think I want to go for it. And again, I'm going to use the example. Doesn't mean this is the example, but it may be that, I want to move to warmer climate. I'll be leaving behind a support system, but that warmer climate is more and more attracted to me. Okay, so it's kind of like, I don't know, when the pain of letting go hurts more than the pain of holding on, something like that type of energy. So it's kind of like you're getting closer and closer to some sort of a move, some sort of a transition, some sort of a change. Now, could be relationships, could be your work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. Now, the Knight of Michael, though, says it could happen pretty quicker than you maybe are ready for. Strong, committed, intellectual, diligent. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. And then we have the 7 of Ariel. Ariel is that earth energy, the earth energy I talked to you about. And again, you have your 7. So you have a 977. Those could have some meaning to you. You might want to look those up. This is saying you've done your research. You've done everything you needed to do. You're more committed to whatever this move is, or to whatever this next step is. You are more committed to this than you probably have been for a while. So you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavors. So let's go on. We're going to go pull this one card. So there's some real strong, it might, again, too, you might even be leaving one place, and I don't want, it might be that you're leaving one place to move towards another place, okay? I know where I was saying that, you're leaving a network, leaving the people that support you to move somewhere else, but you actually might be moving from your support system to another support system So let's see what we've got here. But the word Quicksilver keeps coming. Your mind is like it's going all over the place. But it's going all over the place, but there is a control over it. You know where it's going. It's not like it's out that you're just like, oh, you're not whimsical. There is a purpose to it. So let's go on and see. This one's reversed. 8 of Action. So action, I believe, would be your fire energy. There's so much going on right now that it may feel overwhelming to you, and yet it's wonderful to be so busy with the work that you love. Express gratitude for the blessings of heaven that are taking up your time, even if life feels challenging. If you're asked to travel and take a flight, then do so with confidence. So I do feel that movement, so maybe that's it. Maybe you're taking a flight. Here we go. Let's see what crystal or energy would be helpful for my Libras. So I do feel more the 977 energy there for you. This is reversed. Pyrite. Good change of fortune, success, renewed focus, leadership. Whew. Anyway, my Libras, you've got a busy weekend ahead of you, don't you? Okay, now, remember the button, like, share, subscribe. It does help. But most importantly, my Libras, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.